Dear Board of Directors, Board of Trustees, PTSA, and students of Yokohama International School. Thank you for taking your time to listen to my presentation. My name is Mirai Akagawa, graduate of class of 2011, and I'll be presenting this idea on behalf of the Student Council. Now, the idea of this project is as follows: to cover the middle building roof with natural grass. Just to give you a quick overview, this idea is not strictly new. The YIS administration tried this a few years ago, but faced a problem of overcoming the weak structure on the middle building roof, and therefore could not proceed with this project. I'll be presenting you today with a different method, using lightweight soil. Firstly, why do we want to do this? I think there are three main reasons why we want to do this: environmental concerns, energy saver, and enhancing study areas. Firstly, not only does it actually reduce the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it is a good opportunity for YIS to show the community that we're taking action towards environmental problems. Grass also mitigates the heat island effect seen in concentrated asphalt or concrete areas in urban places like Yokohama. This leads on to the second reason, which is energy saving. By putting grass on the roofs, it actually acts as an insulator, and this saves energy by reducing usage of electricity in heating or air conditioning. This saves energy and also saves money, so it's double. And thirdly, the third reason is that implementing a grass roof extends the studying areas for students. Students can use it for just chilling out during recess, or having lunch, taking breaks, things like that. So there are many reasons why we should implement a rooftop garden. Now this is data worthy of comparison taken at a factory which had the roof which is twice the size of ours, but nevertheless which also uses lightweight soil and the type of grass that I'll be introducing. So it's quite good data. Firstly, as you can see here, they were able to achieve a total of 21.5 degrees Celsius of temperature difference before and after implementing the grass. They were also able to save 20% of electricity, and finally they were also able to save 59.2 tons of carbon dioxide emission throughout a year. I've also taken a survey in YIS in 2011 to middle and high school students, and data shows that 96.8% of the students in YIS support this idea. However, 64% of the students never uses a roof at the moment, and that 69% of students will use it more if there was a grass rooftop. Next, I'll be talking a little bit about the global trend of rooftop gardens around the world. Firstly, this is Oxford University in the UK, and as you can see, also, although it's quite small scale, they've implemented a rooftop garden on one of their building roofs. This is on a much larger scale in the California Academy of Science in America, and as you can see, they've covered the whole. I'm not sure what it is, but they're building with a roof, and they've also did some small decorations and things like that. And lastly, this is Wako Elementary School in Tokyo, and this is actually a good comparison to our roof because of their scale, because of their location, and it also seems like they've done something similar to the lightweight soil method. Now, the big question is, how are we going to do it? This is what I was talking about, square turf light, which is it's new technology patented by Greenish Garden, and this uses patch of grass which looks like tiles, and they basically place them on the side of each other, and this gradually sticks to the soil and becomes grass. This is the general system structure of this square turf light. Firstly, there is a soil container which is placed on top of the roof directly, actually above the water storage area, which I'll talk about. And then this is where the water will be stored, for example, after rain or precipitation, basically. And there's also water in the pipe, which can be used during the summer when it's needed to use the sprinkler. This is the cross-sectional diagram of the system. Firstly, on the left side, it shows the situation when it's raining. Now, precipitation from the rain is stored in the water storage tray. And then, when it's sunny, when the grass is dry and the soil is dry, the water is pulled up through capillary action back into the soil where it's needed. Finally, when there's no water in the storage trays, the sprinkler will activate automatically. So, for example, it's quite advantageous for us, for like YS, in the summer when nobody is here in school. As you can see, there's quite a sophisticated system which will keep the grass healthy. Now, this is the construction process, and it's quite simple. This is before construction. This is laying the water storage tray and the soil containers onto the roof. Thirdly, there will be water pipings that will be installed, and then the borders around the grass will be placed. And then finally, the grass itself will be placed. As you can see, they use these square patches of grass, and they just basically put them on next to each other. And in the last diagram, you can see that this is basically it. So the construction process is quite easy, and it will only take about 1 or 2 days to finish everything on the middle building roof. Now, this is an image that I drew on Google SketchUp, which might be a representation of what the YIS middle building roof might look like. Now, it's not strictly perfect, but as you can see, we can also implement a wood deck which will connect the path from one side of the roof to the other side of the roof, and also to the entrance of the main building. And this will enable, for example, students to sit on benches, which we already have on the roof, and or choose to use the grass. And by implementing a wood deck, it also saves the grass from deteriorating over many years. Now, this is the breakdown of prices that Hakone Ueki, the company that I consulted with, gave me in March 2011. As you can see, the prices are quite high, and the total will be 10 million yen. And obviously, the square turf light, which is a paid-in product, will be the most expensive. But, for example, the wood deck is also 1 million yen, 1.5 million yen, and there are quite a few fees that cost us a lot. Now, after consulting with Hakone Ueki company, I was able to get a new price, which is in June 2011. As you can see, they gave us quite several discounts. And, for example, for the square turf light, instead of 20,000 yen per meter squared, they gave us 18,000, and so on. For the wood deck, they gave us a 4,000 yen discount per meter squared. And they've also included the labor fees that were costed about 1.7 million yen before into the fees that are already given here. Now, as you can see, the new price is about 8 million yen, which is 2 million yen less than what they gave us in March 2011. Additionally, I was able to get a discount of 1 million yen, different from the discounts they already gave us in the previous slide, which gave a total price of 7 million yen, 3 million yen less than was given in March 2011. However, 7 million yen is still quite a lot of money. So I've outlined a couple of sources of budget that we can get. Now, this is quite similar to what I presented in February, but for example, the class of 2012 senior gift, as 2011 chose to give a tree. And then we can also get donations from YIS families and perhaps acknowledge them on a plaque or something in the school. We can also get funding from the PTSA who are willing to help. And we can also do a separate fundraising at food fair using the roof, for example. And so these are some of the sources of budget that we can possibly get. However, this is not, obviously this is not limited to only these things here. Well, thank you for listening to my presentation, and I'd like to open up to questions, if you have any.